So we're live?
We have been.
Oh, okay. Hello, everyone. I see Tana is in the chat. Hi.
Leah's here and Linda.
Leah and Linda. I don't see Linda.
It just popped up on my screen.
Oh, I'm on the delay
You're
screen.
on the wrong. Yeah.
See that those up there are so tiny that they just look like white lines.
Right. Well.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to another live video. Do we like live videos? Give us a thumbs up if we like live videos. I enjoy live videos, but some people do not. I hope some do. Man, I really have like a snarfly, pollen-y kind of thing going on today, so I'm sorry, you guys.
Oh yeah, it's definitely feeling like spring here.
Yeah, like itchy, watery eyes, constantly wanting to drink water too. So we have some exciting things to share with you. I had never heard of Diamond Press before, and they reached out to me and asked me if I wanted to check out their new die cutting machine. And I was like, of course, at first I was like, ooh, die cutting machine, new? And I had seen that they released a previous version of this die cutting machine, and that looked interesting to me. I hadn't seen it before, so I've been playing with this thing for a month now. It is super fun. I just needed to know what was going on because I couldn't see you. All I could do was hear liquidy things. And with a house with this many children, that could be bad.
I was just trying to pour it. That's
all right. Where was I? Oh, so who has heard of Diamond Press before? Anyone in the chat?
Well, I'm not sure yet, but they do like the lives. Everybody,
oh, yay!
Kind of asked the question. Seems like a lot of folks like it. And Elaine from Milan actually is checking in.
Milan.
So from quite a ways away.
Fancy.
Yeah.
That's where all the fashion is, right?
Why are you looking at me like I would have that answer?
And I don't know either.
What about our life together tells you that I would know that? I
like your Adidas jacket thing that you're wearing. I haven't seen that in a long time.
It lives in the closet.
Okay.
I don't know if I can go in the closet. That's where clothes live.
So how's everyone else doing? Since we're all kind of, well, I know not everyone, but most of the world is isolating. How are we all doing? Excited to see some stuff? Huh?
And they're about 50-50 on folks that are familiar with Diamond Press. So.
Okay. Yeah, I had no idea that Diamond Press was
Kingston
a thing.
From Diamond Press lives in Annapolis.
The what?
A lady named Beth Kingston from Diamond Press lives in Annapolis.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Huh.
According to Jenny, rather.
How interesting. So anyway, I could read the comments the whole hour. So I don't know what to show first, so I'm just going to show you this is the Diamond Press Marquise, right? We've decided that it was Marquise and not Marquise.
Yes, I believe so.
You never know, but Marquise, I like Marquise,
well,
so that's what we're going to, yeah.
And Marquise cut.
Yes, I get it. So they've had a smaller version of this, but I do have to, spoiler alert, okay, I have been on the lookout for a smaller tabletop die cutting machine, and I know that there are a ton out there, so I wanted to get one that really kind of suited my needs. So when I tried this one, I really like it, and it's fun to play with. There are some minor drawbacks, but it is really cool. And so it does not have a platform system. It has a folder system, and I'm sure some of you are aware of this, but I wasn't. When I saw this, I was amazed. But instead of having shims and all kinds of other platforms, okay, you just have this pretty kind of thin, flimsy kind of plastic, okay? And are there questions so far?
Not yet. Not yet. Everybody's paying attention. I think they're waiting to see what you're going to do here.
Okay. So if you're familiar with die cutting, then you know what I mean by platforms. It's the levels of which you need to either die cut something or emboss something, or however you're using the machine. This does emboss and die cut, okay? And the opening is the same size as your card front. So card makers out there are going to love this because it's a small tabletop machine that cuts everything that you're going to put on the front of an A2 sized card, which is awesome, okay? Because you don't know how frustrating it is to have a 2.5-inch hole and a 3-inch something that you have to cut, right? Are y'all with me? Okay? So I've made stuff, and I do want to show you what I made with it. Let's cut something. What shall we cut? I was prepared to make a project, but not to just display the cutting factor. Let's just show you what I made. Okay, this is from, I have things that are available. The machine is not yet available, okay? The Diamond Press Marquise. It will be available April 14th on HSN. That's how you get it. I have left a link to HSN's website in the description box below if you're interested. So April 14th, Diamond Press Marquise. Some things that I have here are available only on HSN. Some things are available on the mydiamondpress.com website, which I've left all of that information below. And I've linked some things that I have also in the description box. So if I have not answered your question, there's more information there. This is one of the sets. I don't know all the names of everything. Gift bag stamp and die kit. Okay, and when you purchase this, you get stamps, you get dies, you get embossing folders, and you get the little folders you need to die cut things. That's what you'll get in this kit here. You get 2 embossing folders, one a hearts and a dots, and then the things that you need to cut all of the dies in the kit.
Are you gonna go back through that stuff again, or do you want to show them what they look like, what the stencils look like, or not stencils?
Oh, I'm sorry. Were you not down?
No.
Okay.
I'm looking at your pretty face.
I'm sorry. It's way more fun down facing, but so yeah, there's hearts and dots in this one, and then these are the folders that you need to cut something out. And you are given these in the kit with your dies. Okay, you're giving them with the machine, and you can also buy them as a refill. Do you see a trend here? Okay, so of course the first thing that I found is that the plates warp. Okay, I've been storing them with these binder clips on here. But everything that you run through a, what would you call it, a pressing form like this? I
mean, it's an English wheel. Basically,
yeah.
You have 2 wheels that are working, counter to each other. And when you do that, it bends it. It does it with metals and things like that. So when you take a flat stock material and put it between 2 wheels, and the wheels are nearly touching like they are in that machine, then it's going to cause that cupping.
Right.
The old flip it and spin it.
Oh, we should have pulled that out of.
That's why the flip it and spin it.
iTunes. It's in iTunes. I don't know if you should really do that. But so, and you'll eventually see it on your bigger die cutting machines. The plates that you use will warp, and you try to flip it and spin it. I wonder if there's anyone that knows what we're talking about, because that was a couple years ago.
That was fun. That was one of the more fun things that you've done in this industry, I think.
So these will do that faster because they're a thinner material, but they don't render it useless. But eventually it gets kind of annoying to play with or to put your stuff in. So I've been storing them with a binder clip. It doesn't do it as bad with the smaller ones as it does with the bigger ones. These are the ones that are the size of your card front. And then they also have there's like 3 different sizes. There's also an elongated one. So if you're using like an edge die or something like that, you can just use what you need to. So that's really the only drawback that I've found with this machine. If you have used it and you're aware of anything, please share with us in the live chat. We would love to know. But this project was made using this machine. These are the gift bags, and I kind of altered it a little bit. You also get like instructions. Okay? How many times have you gotten a die and you're like, what is this? What does this even say? Sometimes they'll be sent to you in folders with the image or the die cut already put on there, and sometimes they are not. So this is an awesome thing that they do, and they give you kind of like options of how you can use your dies and stamps together. These are not photopolymer stamps. They are, Tim, and you can, it's like, I want to say TRX, but that's not right.
It's not TRX.
TRS?
Give me a moment.
TR.
I didn't realize you were going to ask me that.
I'm sorry. So when I got them in my package and I picked them up, I was kind of like, what is this? What is this? Because they feel, like those stamps that are not great. You know what stamps I'm talking about. So I immediately asked what they were made of and, what the deal was. And TPR. And I stamped the heck out of these things. And really, they are wonderful. And I can show you live, excuse me, that they're awesome. I don't know very much about like plastics and stuff like that and the materials behind it. Do you? I mean, Tim, you are way more into photopolymers and all of that jazz.
It's not like it's, a secret hobby of mine. I like to understand the molecular compounds of different plastics and rubbers, but I do understand it a little bit.
You have a hobby that when we first had Dexter, I don't know what I was thinking. But
this can't be good.
Do you remember the questionnaire on the pediatrician's questionnaire when we had Dexter? Tim likes to make fishing lures out of lead. Okay. And one of the questions on your pediatrician book that you have to fill out when you have a kid asks you, do you or anyone in your house have had any exposure to lead? Boy, did I get in trouble.
That's what you get when you answer things honestly, I think.
So I learned that sometimes things, you don't need to check all of that. Okay? But, so where was I? I get off topic quickly.
You were going to
demonstrate the cuts.
And then we started talking
Woman.
about rubber.
But these are my little things, my little gift packages. I do have candies in them, but Dexter's starting to eat them, so they're going to go away quick.
Hold the other one up. Oh, there you go. Yeah, I wanted to see the tag.
Yeah. Is that the zoom in? Yeah. If I hold it up closer, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, to a point. It gets better to a point.
And then it starts to degrade? I don't know. Anyway, we have a little window that we're going to punch in it and all of that jazz. So this is the die. This comes in your set. By the way, there's a very interesting way that they use to store their kits, and it's kind of neat. I've seen similar storage binders before, but these are interesting, and I wouldn't mind like trying out this kind of organization, especially for kits that have like things that are meant to be together. I'll show you that in a second, but this is like the magnetic piece for that binder, but they all like fit on there. So you take your die. I still tend to tape down my dies when I need them to be precise, like don't move. I just wanted to cut the whole thing. And then you kind of feed it through. Are we good, Tip?
Yeah.
Okay, and then you just... And then try to hold down here while you... I mean, this is like super, super easy.
Yeah, I mean...
Like, I don't know if you guys are getting this.
Or any indicator.
Did I do a good job?
I mean, you sure did.
I did! There's some left over from when I was playing. And it scored the lines that I needed, and it cut the lines. And you saw how those two just, like, fell out. Shall you do it again? Yes, I shall. Because I need 2. I tried to, like, flip and spin these folders, but I always forget which way I put it in. So we're going to do it this way.
Well, they have a...
I know. I just don't pay attention.
So that was probably the one thing that I noticed when it comes to machines that you use, the level of effort that it took you for this one. And with your shoulder being unable to be repaired due to COVID-19, no unnecessary and elective surgeries.
Should we do a shoulder update?
Oh, you could, yeah. Do a little demonstration.
That's it. That's how far I can get right now. But I'm stretching it out at least 3 days a week. I mean, this one can go all the way up. This one doesn't. So I can't quite do the Superman pose, and I can't quite...
in YMCA.
Yeah, I can't quite do that. But I'm working on it. So I feel every turn of the die cutting machines, and I know that there are electric ones out there, but they're so loud. And I couldn't deal with it. It's just really loud. So I like this.
Spirit Junkie wants to know if there is a suction cup base, or is it just a...
It's just kind of heavy.
It's a weighted base.
Yeah, it's weighted. It's I don't know how much it weighs. I didn't check that information, but I mean, I can pick it up. This is my bad arm, and I can pick it up and do it. So it's not that heavy. It's weighted. That's the answer. So
Tracy has an idea as far as helping you maybe try to remember which way you put it in. She said to place a piece of washi tape on it.
Well, it has the name, the logo here on the one side.
Right. Now I was going to expound on that a little bit. Like,
okay.
If you wanted to put a piece on the top and bottom of either side and have them be different colors, it would maybe be a little bit easier to recollect which color went through either first or last, and then you could make your flip and spin from that.
I really like this paper that I'm using, so I'm trying to only cut what I need. Hoarding! Just put that back. Alright, so I just want,
yes,
like...
The bottom is non-slip. Like, it's got...
Oh, yeah. It's got a rubber-ish, like, non-slid kind of bottom here. I don't think this comes off. But, yeah, it's not going anywhere. Especially, and I'm not, like, really putting any weight on this. I'm just holding it down. So I'm just cutting the very top of this because I want to add it to my gift bag here. So I need to use the big folder to fit it all in. Huh?
As a little extra?
As a little extra. You know, because I'm extra. See, like now, I think maybe...
Keeps getting clips of my face. I keep hitting
this.
the wrong button. You'd think this was my first time.
Alright, we got that. Do. I put the trash can in a bad spot.
Oh, is it too far away?
They also have the Diamond Press tool. This is very similar to some other tool-in-ones that are out there. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
it might still be in a bad spot.
Yeah, well,
This has a really sharp pokey tool and a sticky end. And they have a replacement sticky end. And then these are 2 scoring balls, like one small one and then like a medium size.
You're off camera, baby.
Oh, I'm sorry.
There you go.
Can you see the balls? I mean, we can't not be
a little extra.
Just a little extra. So, but this is super sharp. So I have to be cognizant of that. I've poked myself a couple times. And they also have a like a stamp press, and it has the foam feet. I love this thing. I just bought the other one that I gave to Corey's daughter.
Mm-hmm.
And I gave him the stamp press that I had and some ink and some stamps for his daughter, and I didn't have another stamp press, so I reordered it. I wanted her to be able to play, but I still want to play with it.
Hey, what's the special paper? You didn't give any information about that.
Oh, this is just Lawn Fawn speckled.
Speckled?
6x6 paper pack. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Okay, where was I? Getting off track.
So, you say that like you had a mission.
Right, like there's a track to be on.
For this thing. I mean, you know.
Let's sit down. Okay, so I'm gonna, sorry, this is right next to the microphone, so you guys might be hearing terrible things. I'm gonna use my tea ruler for a second, because we're gonna change this a little bit, because right now as it is, they come together and then they meet at the top like this, and you can certainly keep it like that and make your gift bag, and then you can tie them at the top. Okay, I don't want to do that. I want to do it my way. Surprise, surprise. Surprise, surprise, surprise.
Got a little gummer pile in there.
You never know what's going to come out.
Sorry, I like gummer.
Alright, so what I'm doing is there's no score line on the gift bag topper here, so I'm just kind of meeting up these 2 lines and drawing a very faint line so I can kind of do it straight. Okay? I don't want to use these. See, now I'm getting really super spoiled because like certain scissors are now like over there and they're not in my cart. Now I need 2. I'm just cutting off this topper as straight as possible. You could probably put this through your paper trimmer too if you wanted to be
Hey, can you
precise.
store your balls inside your stick?
They have a lid. Yeah. No, I don't think so. Inside it?
And is there another
No,
end on the
because
end of that
this.
pokey tool?
Huh?
And is there another end on the end of that pokey tool? The one you just pulled out?
Yes, there's a spatula. Isn't that neat?
Is there anything on the other end?
That's the really sharp.
No, I meant on the other side of the sticky end, or is that just a sticky end?
That's just the sticky end.
Oh, I gotcha.
That I can't lock in because my arm doesn't work. Anyway. You see? Off track again.
Oh, well, the tool's cool. It's got a lot of...
Oh, let's cut this one off, too.
Neat and moving pieces, so...
I'm just basically doing something extra here. This does not... You don't have to do this to make this gift bag, clearly. It's all you have to do is really tape it together. I'm being extra.
I think we've covered that ground already.
Yeah. Just making sure for the people that just showed up.
like they wouldn't know that you were extra ahead of time. They had to be reminded.
Alright. So now that I have 2 pieces slightly adapted. I'm going to take the one that does not have the topper on it now. That's going to be the front of my bag. So I'm going to cut a window in it. This set comes with a couple different options. You could use this fancy like label looking one that fits on there. You could do it this way or this way. There's hearts, a balloon. You could put several balloons on there. That'd be cool. But I'm going to use this little window that I used before. And see, here's where I can't just put it in the folder and let it fly. Because if it moves, I've ruined my project. So I need to tape it down. And I'm kind of taping it to where it's going to cut a little, not really close to the bottom. It gives a little bit of bottom. Does that make sense? There's a little bit of cardstock on the bottom of this.
Right. It's up a bit.
It's up a bit.
Up a bit. While you're doing that, do you know what the price point's going to be on this machine?
Oh, I was told that information, and now I don't know.
Was it disclosed in confidence, or is it?
I'm not sure. I don't think so. You could probably find out that information. Are any of those graphics that I have on the desktop, do they have that information? It was not expensive. It was less than 75.
Was it really?
I don't know. I'm a terrible YouTuber. Alright, so I'm putting a window here, so I need something clear, right? Or some vellum or something if you wanted to make like just a window of slight, what is that? Opaque? If you were using vellum and you could see through it, but it was still like you couldn't see clearly through it. What is that?
Translucent.
Whatever.
Or, I'm sorry, yeah. Because transparent is clear.
Right.
Translucent is foggy, and opaque would be blocked out.
That's right. Yeah. So you could use vellum. All that to say. And I'm just taking a piece of my vellum, and I'm really protective of my vellum because I tend to scratch it up a lot. So I keep it in the little sheets in the plastic that it comes in, and I put it like right back in there. There's nothing worse than going to make a project and all the vellum that you have is all scratched up and it looks terrible. Unless that's the look you're going for. And you can use liquid adhesive or tear tape at this point, but we're going to use the tear tape because there's no drying time.
I don't see a price. I'm looking through the
all right.
through the information that he had sent over to you, and
it might have been on a telephone call.
Yeah, it might have been something that doesn't
So
have.
that's probably why I don't remember.
Oh well.
Making sound effects music.
You're making your own sound effects?
Yeah. Oh, my nails are gross, you guys. I feel bad for people watching this.
Well, I mean, to be fair, I think everybody's kind of running into the same problems with hair and nails, and I mean,
I hope.
I need a haircut. My beard needs to be trimmed. I look like a homeless person half the time.
You could probably trim your beard.
Half the time anyway, but
you could probably trim your beard yourself. Please don't shave it off.
Yes.
Please don't. I like to also enhance the score lines a little bit. And take the two sides, put them together, and let's fold this one first.
And then tape it together, give it to Dexter, and it's a robot.
I don't have... Ta-da! I got this.
Is this going to... I don't know what this question really means, so I'm just going to ask you. Is this going to be the today's special?
Oh, I don't...
Is that a home shopping term? It is.
Yeah. I don't know the answer to that. But like I said, there might be more information on HSN.
When's it come out again?
The 14th.
14th. That's not too bad. A couple days after Easter.
So I need to have I want to have 2 new holes here to tie my box closed or my gift bag closed. I like to make it really difficult for people to open their presents. Don't I, honey?
That absolutely. That is 100% a fact. She's not exaggerating. She will tape your stuff closed with packing tape and duct tape.
Remember that Christmas where I thought that was a good idea that I was going to be really cool and have craft paper with different duct tape per kid, per person. Every person had a different duct tape. I believe Tim had bacon and eggs.
I did have bacon. Yep. Bacon tape. And I also remember that we learned that manner of duct tape.
You can't open it.
Craft paper. Well,
craft paper and duct tape. You need a machete.
Yeah.
Okay, that was the longest Christmas morning of our lives. Don't do it.
Yeah, it was,
if you want to open all your kids' presents after you wrapped them.
Oh, it looks like Shane is in here too, by the way.
Oh, let him answer questions.
And he said it is going to be the Today Special, and the cost is $59.95.
Thank
it
you.
Will include a kit with dies, stamps, embossing folder, storage packet, and magnetic sheet. Wow, that's pretty cool.
So I'm using I think it's 1/16 hole punch, but then I'm gonna take my tool here that I need to screw in, and make the holes just a little bit bigger to make it easier for me to use the twine.
You just ream it out a little bit?
Yeah. Ooh, and I poked myself.
Do I need to get the glue?
No.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Alright.
Alright, now we can reinforce the score lines. And it's real easy to see how it goes together, and you have the instructions there.
So Tig said that she did the same thing one year with regular paper and just one strip of duct tape, which is probably the classier thing to do. You know.
I wanted you guys to see all your duct tape that I spent so long to pick out for you. You each had very specific duct tape.
And the kids were all too young to use, regular babe.
Like I said, if you want to open all of your kids' presents on Christmas morning. What a terrible experience that was. I'm so sorry, Tim.
It's all part of the fun.
We were recording that one, weren't we?
Oh, I'm sure there's evidence. We have all kinds of...
That was back in the old house.
Oh my God, you're right.
Yep. So I know that I should have had a better step out for this. I'm sorry.
No, actually, I think this is one of the things that's good in real time, when you get to see all the steps.
Yeah?
Yeah, because it's,
I don't want to.
Gets to see how it all comes together truthfully. You know what I mean? Instead of sped up or anything like that. Plus, you're doing a lot of extra steps too, so.
True, I'm making it extra difficult.
Yeah. Well, I'm living with you.
So it'll go together like this.
Did you not hear me?
No.
Oh, you totally. I was gonna say you either didn't hear me or you let that go.
Well, I'm sorry, I didn't hear you.
I guess you'll just have to wait for the replay.
Okay. So it goes together like this, but I want to put that speckled paper on the top here. I'm going to use liquid adhesive for this. This just gives you a couple extra minutes to kind of move it around and line it up. Well, I'm always kind of trying to hurry and say the right thing at the, when I'm supposed to, and I don't think I ever do that. So that's why sometimes I feel I'm trying to like make sure I'm doing all the right things. Like this is kind of cut a little blah.
Is it
oh
what?
Well.
Did you say it's a little?
It's a little blah.
Trimmed off there a little.
No, you can't trim it where it's blah.
You can't trim it where it's blah.
Not this time.
I'm just going to apologize to everybody because I don't have a clue what you're talking about. And I don't think they will.
I cut it short right here. It's not too bad because once you put it all together.
Oh, really? You're okay.
Yeah, once you put it all together, you won't really. It'll probably look even more janky, and you won't even notice that I cut that wrong. The beauty of projects live on YouTube.
I think they're great. Everybody else really likes them too.
I hope so.
Folks like the live videos. We got a lot of good feedback on that, earlier. But I also think that they really like to see how things go together. You've asked the question a few times in the past as far as what people feel about real-time production, real-time coloring, real-time assembly. And I think that this is really helpful for folks. They can sit there and watch this, understand the complexity of what you're doing, and then figure out, hey, look, I've got 45 minutes. I can throw a card together that, or a project together just like this.
Well, I always feel like I need more time.
You're doing just fine.
Oh, I dropped it.
Oh, see, nobody's gonna be okay with that.
Oh,
Rookie.
That hurts. Does anyone else can never remember where to put your adhesive? Even though this is now my 4th time making this.
What was your question? I'm sorry.
I can't remember where I need to put the adhesive. So I always need to go back and check before I put adhesive somewhere that I'm not supposed to.
Tana says that she spies robin eggs behind you. I'm going to tell you that you're wrong, chickie.
Those are
Reese's Pieces eggs.
I don't know about where anyone else is, but in our state, we're not supposed to leave unless it's absolutely necessary. So, I needed Easter candy for this project, and I wanted to take a photo, and I mean, it's not cool unless you know what you can fill it with, right? And so I texted my husband when he was at work doing actual things that were important, and I think this is right.
I mean, to be fair, I got it at the pharmacy on my way home doing other pharmacy things, so...
No, that is not right, honey.
What have you done?
We're just going to leave that one there and put this one here where it needs to be. I know, this is really awesome to watch, guys. Read me some comments.
No, actually, the comments that are coming in are really... they're really concerned with how to put these things together. I mean, you showed them the instruction pages that come with it, but also now you're demonstrating, how to put it together. And I do think that there's definitely some value in that. And I think that the folks do too.
Well, there's always probably a better way to do things than the Koren way. My way is not always the better way.
It's always interesting.
Oh, I need this one too. In fact, I can't remember when I've had anything better. My way's usually not better. Okay, besides the one mess up, I did it. So, I'm going to... Yeah, I'm going to put it together before I try to string the things together. I'm going to start with the bottom. These inside pieces. I feel like it's more structurally sound, and take that for what it's worth. If I put them together on their bottom first.
We've been having some problems with one of our microphones, and I thought we had fixed it, but we've had quite a few folks say that my volume is down. I've turned my gain up all the way, so I'll just have to apologize to folks if I'm hard to hear. I'll have to fix this again if this
I'm sorry,
microphone
hon.
wants to work.
We tried fixing it before the live, and we thought we did.
Yeah, I thought we had it, but I mean, I can see it too. Like I've got it right up next to my face, and the gain's not going all the way up as far as it was. So, onward.
I'm just changing this adhesive because I want to hide this here, I think. Yes. So I need adhesive here. Trying to fix my mistake, guys. I don't know why. All right.
Are you okay?
Yes.
All right.
I'm trying to push it down. Now I'm doing the sides. And the sides are super easy because there's like a little tab. Not that the bottom is necessarily hard. I make it hard for myself.
That's what I was getting ready to say.
I know what you're going to say before you say it.
That's what marriage does for you.
Alright, so it's starting to look like a cute gift bag. And you can't see my adhesive mistake on the bottom. And I've got out all of the twine. How are we doing on time, hun?
We have 16 minutes.
Oh gosh, I wanted to show some of the other stuff. I have
some time.
I have
You don't have to like do the tag and stuff with us, but I mean, I know you said you wanted to stamp and things like that. You could.
Do you guys want to see some other stuff instead of fixing or finishing this bag, because you kind of know what happens next? Let me know. Leave it in the live chat, because there's other products to show and the organization, and I also have some samples. And we haven't embossed anything. We should emboss something.
Sure.
Is that what everyone thinks?
Well, you have to remember they're running about.
They're on the delay.
Delay.
Sorry.
So.
I'll take a drink. It's getting warm under these lights.
I don't know how you stand in front of them. Gives me a headache.
Well, usually I start out cold, and it's not a problem, and then now is when I want to start changing things up.
Roberta would like to know if your mother has posted her video.
She has not posted her video yet, Roberta, but I'll be sure to remind her. They all want to see stuff. I see it.
They all want to see what? Oh, yeah.
Stuff. Emboss things. Let's emboss things. Or here. I made these the other day in a crafting session. And they're the layer floral dies, and I know that these are available on mydiamondpress.com. Again, it comes with instructions. Can everyone see that? And they're basically dies. I say that so much. I want to gag every time I say basically. They cut out all the pieces that you need to make a dimensional looking floral flower. I don't know what the flowers are. I think this one's a rose. Ooh.
Well, I was coming to you. I'm sorry.
But I embossed the background with an embossing folder, a Diamond Press embossing folder. And then this is one of their dies, the Be Still. And then this is Friend from one of their stamp sets and the rose.
Which is just like layered paper piecing, right? Or
yeah.
Layered die cuts.
Layered die cuts. The Congrats, I stamped this using the stamp press and their Congrats stamp from one of their stamps, and I just used some pigment ink actually to stamp it, and it turned out great. No Misty was used in the making of this background. It was all the Diamond Press. I'm not sure what they call it, but I think there's a deal on this right now on their website, so you guys should check it out. And then the die was again from one of their die sets, and then I did this one. Sorry. Which is...
That was, to be fair, that was really on me. I switched to a tighter shot thinking that you would be watching.
And then this, I die cut one of the die cuts, Amen, it says. And then it says Walk in Faith, which is really not showing up well on camera, but you can see it in real life when you look at it. I don't know if that helps.
I don't either.
But I just die cut it like a million times and glued it to the background. But it was super easy because I mean, I just sat there and that's what I did. Stuff. This is the organization binder. And I'm sorry that I don't know the correct names for everything, but there's a lot of stuff here. And it's really nice. And I'm sure it's not real leather, but it has like a magnetic snap or a snap closure. And this is something I made extra. I'll tell you about that in a second. But they have these dividers, and they have the magnetic sheets for, these are all their dies. These are all like, and the dies are not, the dies come in nesting form. And they're black. They're not metal, or they're not they're not silver. They're black. So I find it hard to pick them up. I usually store them like this. So there's like a black on black thing going here. So I found myself like doing this a lot because they were black, but that's what makes sense with the white. The contrast is good.
Yes, she did sniff that binder.
Yes, I did. That's probably the second time I did.
She was trying to figure out, or I'm sorry, Dexter was trying to figure out the other day if he had a clean pair of pants, and she looked at me and asked me to sniff that boy's pants.
I did it.
I did not. I'm not, no. Yeah,
I
she
did
likes,
it. They also have these I guess like envelopes that go in here for the stamps. So if you have stamps and coordinating dies, they can all go in together. So I thought that was really neat. And your instructions. Because I mean, I like instructions, but I don't always read them. But I like to be able to refer to them. I keep all of our instruction manuals. I just like to say that. Like, I don't just throw things away willy-nilly. There's binders and folders and files with all of the instruction booklets. Mister.
Uh-huh.
So here are the embossing folders that do you guys like the organization? What do you guys think? Have you guys tried this before?
You said you were going to talk about the thing that you...
This is just a white envelope, okay? And one thing that I like about my die storage right now is that any extra dies that I have can go in the pocket, okay? So, but doing this, I don't have that luxury. So I was trying to think of ways, besides having these envelopes, you know, for your dies too. I was trying to think of ways that I could solve that problem for myself. And these are just regular envelopes. I guess they're 5x7 envelopes or something like that, that I punched holes in. And then I also did one that was the stamp storage pocket, and it disappeared. Yeah. The clear stamp storage pockets, because sometimes it's really nice to be able to see what's in your binder, and I brought it over here and now it's gone.
Is it at the corner there with all the rest of them?
Let me spend a minute pointing. It's what it is. But it was a clear pocket that I poked holes in. Nope. They have... Here, we're embossing now, before I forget to do that again. And embossing is super simple. Okay, we're gonna emboss this little piece of paper. Ta-da! Trying to be a smart A. But yeah, ta-da! It is embossed very nicely, I might add. Shall we do it again? We have lots. What do you guys want to see? I got it. What do you guys want to see?
What? We keep changing. I'm chasing you. You keep moving.
I really like these music notes. Let's do a music notes background. It's hot.
You alright?
Yeah, I'm just getting hot. We have a diamond press giveaway as well. We have to come up with a question that we didn't come up with a question, Tim.
What?
We need a question.
You want me to come up with a question?
People in the live chat, give me a question for a giveaway. And this is going to be in the comments below, because I'll let this go for, we'll say 3 days. For the next 3 days. So what's in 3 days, Tim? What's today?
Today is Saturday.
Sunday, Monday. Tuesday evening, I'll pick the winner. And it's a Diamond Press Marquise. So in the comments, not in the live chat, but in the comments, so that I can pick a random winner. It's really hard to do that in the live chat. But we need a question for people.
How about, since this is kind of an exclusive thing that's being offered on Home Shopping, maybe the question about one of those television ordering networks.
I am not even kidding. I was gonna say, what's the coolest thing you ever bought, or the strangest thing you ever bought from HSN?
See, this is why we're married.
What is the coolest / weirdest thing you've ever bought off HSN? And I can even tell you mine, because I probably only bought a couple of things from HSN. I'm not really a TV watcher, so... But the first time I ever bought anything was makeup, and it was like 3 o'clock in the morning. I was feeling kind of down. And I made myself happier with makeup.
What kind of makeup was it?
Bare Essentials.
I don't know.
It's like a powder thing. Anyway, that's my answer. Have you ever bought anything off of Home Shopping Network?
No. No, I've never bought anything off of home shopping. But my grandmother, um, my grandmother would pay her home shopping network credit card before she paid for gas and electric. Like that's how important it was to her to make sure that she could continue to order her things that because you never know like they'll do a 2 for 1 you buy one Le Creuset. That's how I got that stock bot. You buy one Le Creuset, what you call it, and they give you two. So you spend, and she just couldn't avoid those types of deals, man. So she would often prioritize her income, her pension, to include the home shopping network.
Interesting.
That was her thing, man.
Well, here's the embossed music notes.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't know you were still working with that.
It's okay.
Man.
I was listening to you. Isn't that cool?
Oh, that is really
I still really like using embossing folders. I know they're not super popular right now, but I still have them. I still use them. I still like them. But I don't see a lot of people using them these days. Makes me sad because I still like using embossing folders. In fact, I use my stencils a lot to emboss things because I miss embossing folders. Let's stamp some things before we end today. Let's get some white. Diamond Press also has a silicone mat. I haven't played with this too much, but the cool thing about it that I did notice is that it has the same print or same grid as their stamping tool. So that's really neat. And it also has inches and centimeters. So it also, the silicone is like a non-skid kind of surface for you, which is kind of important when you're stamping this way. Or it's a nice benefit. It's a bonus. Yes, I did get it out. We've got black and we have green. Let's stamp this little green wreath. Yes, wreath. Are you guys over inkers? I'm an over inker.
Are you?
Yes. It doesn't matter. This is a wreath, but do.
Roberta is asking if you can show the embossing folders that they sent. Is there like is there a set of embossing folders, or is that all?
They have them different. Some of them are in sets, and I think some of them are just embossing folder sets, and then some of them are sold in sets with stamps and dies. And really, I probably can't tell you which ones are which. But the website can.
There you go.
I'm going to take this one off and do a sentiment on the inside. This is from the same kit, though. All these stamps that I'm using is from the same gift bag kit. Just because. That sounds good.
So does anybody have any questions?
Yes.
About,
awesome. Thank you, Tim.
About the Diamond Press, the machine, the stamps, the dies, the embossing folders, its availability. We've covered its release date.
Yes, if Shane's still in the live chat, that would be
Shane,
awesome.
thank you so much for your help providing some back end details here. But if anybody has any questions, let us know. That way we can make sure we at least get them out. Make sure to tell us your home shopping network stories as well.
And then they have a circle stamp, or a circle die, rather. Now, you're supposed to use the folder for the size die that you're using to cut out, but I'm not trained to stamp things that way, my paper is always at this dimension, so I don't want to have to cut things down in order to run it through the machine again. So I'm going to keep it in place. And we're gonna do this. I haven't done this yet, but I imagine it's gonna work just fine.
Gotta go the other way.
Gotta go what way?
You'll see when I play it.
Thanks, honey.
You're welcome, love.
Yeah, you have to go the way it fits in the machine.
The website is listed in the description box.
Have I forgotten things?
I don't think so. I'm trying to answer the questions as they come up. Judy asked, how cut up are the plastic folders?
We prepped for my event. Okay? We have prepped for my event, and I've made, I don't know how many cards in the last month. And these are the 2 that I've been using. 2, and then I just used this one the other day. And I can still use them. They're just fine. I did not use a new one today, but I do have them. They are not rendered useless, but again, once they get warped, they might be a little bit more difficult to cut something out that's specific, but really it's not leaving marks in my paper. I don't see it leaving the indentations. You know what I mean? Like when you run a piece of paper through your cutting plates and they're really tore up, you'll get those impressions in your work, in your die cuts. So I don't really see that happening.
And I think that's something that it's almost considered a quasi-consumable, right? It's
right.
Part of the price of admission.
And really, so are the big die cutting machines too.
In order to have such a simple system, that's the sacrificial piece,
So make sure that we're leaving the comments in the for the giveaway in the comment section, not the live chat. That way I can refer to them. It's way easier that way. For what's the weirdest / coolest thing that you've ever bought from HSN.
And yes, I think QVC can be part of that.
Oh yeah, that's fine.
There's no it basically TV ordering.
Yeah, TV ordering.
Ordering. Did you buy Flex Seal?
I did buy my Gemini Junior from HSN.
I think I ordered. Man, what was the guy? He did a. It was a Ron Popeil. The rotisserie thing.
Oh, okay.
I bought a rotisserie from TV, but I don't think it was. I think it was like a commercial between a show. You know what I mean? Like no, I don't think it was HSN. I think it was like just TV.
Well, what do you guys think? What are your thoughts on the Diamond Press Marquise? Leave them in the comment section below. Leave them in the live chat. I'd love to hear what you guys think. I do watch it back eventually.
Yeah, I think folks have been. I mean, they've been really great about asking questions and things like that. And Shane's been really great to add all the techniques. Somebody asked how wide the opening was. It's
4.5. Yeah,
4.5
sorry.
inches and cuttable 4.25. So I mean, he's been right there answering all the
awesome. Thank you, Shane. Thank you for everything. And I love the machine. This is this is right next to me on my work surface now, like cutting out all my images and things like that I'm using, and I really enjoy using it. So I'm really excited about it. And the gold one would be awesome, but I'm just saying. If you guys have any questions, I'm happy to answer them. I'll see you guys next time.
Thanks, everybody. Have a good night.